There was in Pakistan a strong desire by your parents to go to Israel.
Yes.
So that little piece
Oh, I know
my
that.
wife left out. And it's just when you listen to her and you listen to others similarly, it's mind-boggling how these things happen. You know, like Bubby Eleanor said, what are the odds? If you want to sit and figure out what is the likelihood, like her father did for the whole rest of his life. Why did he survive? He and I talked plenty. And there are just things that are very, very hard to understand. And this is one of them.
Oh, about Israel, okay.
Her parents wanted to go to Israel. They're at the DP camp in Austria, and they start to plan, and they start studying Hebrew.
Well, what's the Haggah? Who comes around and teaches you Hebrew and the dancing? And
All of it.
Yeah. Wow.
All of it. And Haganah had put out a ship, which those of you who are familiar with what happened after the war was over, many Jewish survivors did get to Israel, and many of them went on ships. But in this particular case, after what, I don't know, a year and a half of getting ready for this, and the three of you, they decided, not them, the Haganah, decided it would be too risky for the people who would be on board this ship to have such a young person as your mother as part of the group. So they said to her mother, they said to Shana, the two of you can come, but she can't. So you need to inject that into the picture, because after Shana and Sam understood that, it could have been the end of the game. But this Gingy, which means in Hebrew a redhead, and I think Eleanor did talk about him, from Dallas, Texas, who was leaving the army, he was going home, comes along and saves the day. Because without that, who knows whether the last part of the story could have occurred. He did it. This is a Jewish soldier from Texas who went home and ran ads all over this area. And Eleanor explained to everyone the significance of those ads, and again, the odds. What are the odds that they're going to find her family? And they did, through the ads. So just so you understand, it's just one unbelievably remarkable thing after another, and anybody who survived has stories like that.
Yeah, so I just want to interject as far as that goes, because to survive was a miracle.
Yeah.
Because the Germans
No
did
question.
have a murder machine
Right.
that was almost perfect, you know? And so every survivor's story is a miracle, and it has somewhat of a happy ending for that survivor and their family.
Right.
But there's 6 million horrible endings to this. So we're very fortunate, thank God, that we were lucky, It had to be luck. I mean, many luck on top of luck on top of luck. But, for 6 million people, it didn't happen that way. And I think getting back to, your brother, and I think getting back to what your father and what your mom was saying, I think is really, really important. That they survived, and it was a responsibility for them, and now for us to tell the story, because
Absolutely.
they, like they said, they shouldn't happen.
And Jeff, one footnote to that. Today is the 80th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. April 17th, 1943. And the one thing that happened there is they killed a lot of Germans, number one, and number two, a number of them survived. Because they were willing to fight. Another aspect of all of this whole picture, they were willing to actually fight. And they fought the Nazis in Warsaw for a month. And then finally scattered through the tunnels and the sewers and the rest of it. And there is a kibbutz in Israel that if you want to see the whole picture, it's called Lochamei HaGetaot. And it's in the northern part of Israel. It's across from Akko, almost like across the street. And those of you who go, and those of you who are from Israel, if you've been there, you know what it means and what it says. And it's an incredible thing that these people didn't give up so easily. They fought to remain Jewish, and they fought to remain alive. And a number of them. You had Yad Mordechai too, but this was special. And tonight happens to be the 80th anniversary.